How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and if you've seen my previous video, you will know that I did touch on the fact that we could potentially be seeing more news regarding what is coming up in Dokkan in the next few weeks/months because of the V-Jump leaks, and this is very exciting. As you can tell, as it's some sort of like limit break system, and it's very similar to what they have on Blazing. And of course, if you don't know what the limit break system is, basically you obtain certain crystals. Well, when it comes to Blazing, you do obtain crystals. You then go ahead and use stuff like scrolls, etc, to go ahead and limit break them even further, which means that you can basically raise the level of your characters, thus increasing the stats. Kind of similar to the potential system in a few ways, but from what I can tell on this left side here, of course I will be going over to the official translations on the Dokkan subreddit. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great day as always, and if you do enjoy today's video, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Of course, as you can see from this area here, you can go from level 120 to 140, and you can also raise the super attack to super attack 15, and we don't really know at the moment how, like, what it's limited to in terms of characters, because at the moment I believe it's only limited to Transcended Ultra Rares, which is a good thing because it will allow certain units to be a bit more relevant, and I honestly think that this is what the potential should have been from the start in a way. And then they should have brought the potential system a bit later, you know, something along those lines, just to test the waters in a way. And this is going to be a completely new event from what I can tell. I don't know if it has some sort of relation to the other one that was announced today in the official news. But let's go ahead and jump over to the Dokkan subreddit and shout out to Koala-san for the translations as always. So Transcended Ultra Rare characters can awaken even further. Of course, this counts Rebirth, so LR Margin Vegeta, I believe, will be able... will that legendary rares be taken into account here? That would be interesting. Maybe you have to, like, take them back to the Transcended Ultra Rare form, give them the limit breaking stuff then, and then awaken them for it to fully take into effect. Who knows? We will, of course, find out in November, which is when this is supposed to be coming out. So Transcended Ultra Rare characters can go up to level 140, which is very similar to what you can do on Blazing. Super Attack can go up to level 15. It's called something like Extreme Z Awakening. Special medals for Extreme Z Awakening are to be collected from Extreme Z Battle events, and I mean, it does seem to be a new event, but it doesn't have the same name as the other thing that was announced. So I do think that they are going to be two completely separate things, which is of course a good thing, because they are introducing more and more events, and the fact that it's two completely separate things is exciting because it gives you more to do basically. And it could be the same thing. Of course, we are still waiting on a bit of a confirmation, and like someone pointed out here, this is what the announcement was for earlier. It could potentially be what the announcement was for earlier, but they do have completely different names. And I mean, it kind of makes sense because in the official announcement, it did say that you had to use a team of just one type, and the recommended characters here are all of one type. So it will be interesting to see if it is just for one type, or if it's just the exact same thing that they announced earlier, I should say. But I'm hoping it's two separate things, because it would be cool to have a completely separate mode for like something else, like different rewards of course, and then have a completely different mode for awakening or limit breaking the units. So moving on to the next area, it seems that there are 3 different awakening medals. Bronze, silver, gold medals are seen on the image. So of course that's these medals. Can I zoom? Okay, I can zoom even more. So of course that's the bronze medal, silver medal, and then we have the gold medal. And I would imagine that this is maybe the last medal that you need to go ahead and awaken him to level 140. Let's see. Characters at the bottom are the recommended. So of course I did bring that up before. The Extreme Z battle will get harder each time you clear it, so it does seem to be pretty challenging. According to the information, the character can Extreme Z awaken multiple times. It says that skills will get improvements, but it doesn't specify if it's leader skills, passive skills, or both. And the potential for this is actually insane. I touched on it multiple times before, like several months ago. I initially thought that the potential system would introduce something like this, but they didn't in the end. Basically, with something like this, they could potentially get rid of the restrictions on certain passives. Of course, wrong thing. The Agility Super Saiyan 3 Goku does have a turn restriction, so of course, if they got rid of something like that, he would be way more usable. The thing that kind of lets him down now is the fact that he has that turn restriction. And granted, with several potential system buffs, he is a very solid unit. because he fits incredibly well on that Super Saiyan or on that Majin Vegeta team, because Over in Flash is one of the better links for that particular team, just because Majin Vegeta does have it, of course. So for him to get rid of that passive restriction would be insane, and it would make him way more usable, and this is a great way of making some of the older units great again. So very exciting stuff. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of it. Do you think that it's a bit too similar to the limit breaking on Blazing? Personally, I like it. I just hope, honestly, I was about to say I hope it's not too grindy, but then again, I kind of hope it is at the same time, just because it will actually give you something to do other than Dokkan events. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they add. I'm hoping it's for like every single Transcendent Ultra Rare unit in the game, because that just gives you like so much to do. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video as always, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one.